RTD Live Talk, Detroit's #1 late night YouTube talk show. We are live at it again, midweek, Wednesday. Excited to be back for another live stream. Looking forward to checking in and see what's going on and trying to spice up a little thing, spice up a few things on my end here. Got a little some additions to my wall back here. So just wanted to prepare myself for the new year, trying to figure out how to really turn things up a little bit on my end here. So I'm open to ideas and suggestions on how to improve the show or whatnot and really take it to the next level. But let's get back and forth tonight. So if, and as always, any new viewers, feel free to let me know where you're watching from. We'd love to acknowledge your presence. And then feel free, the phone lines are open. Call in and let me know what's on your mind. And definitely got a lot of things worth talking about. And of course, the primary subject matter, it seems, is that Senator Republican Hawley is looking to contest or to put some wrinkles in the smooth process of this electoral vote process. So we'll see about that. I have some thoughts I want to share on that as well. So we'll dive right into it. Let me see here. Benjamin Hill says, blessings, everyone. Appreciate you for the love offering, my friend. Thank you. All right, so let's check in via the chat. As always, for those that are tuning in, let me know where you're watching from. We'd love to acknowledge your presence. And, of course, appreciate you for joining us for this live stream. We got Chris. We got F Home 2C says, where's Mike waiting to get the weight up? Okay. What else we got? Solo. We got Riley T. We got, what else we hear? Crypto Elf. Okay. I see a lot of talk about the crypto space and the stimulus checks. What else? Tony B in the building. No drama. Yama in the building. Debt and regret. Barlight Broker. Natural Mama. Miles and Miles. Dexter. Okay. Fair amount of people here. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in. And let me see. Question here. Philman says, Mitch up for election. Will he be gone? Philman, your guess is good as mine. I don't know. And I've intentionally not paid as much attention to the political spiel just because it'll drive you crazy trying to understand how those people get down. Whether or not he returns or he doesn't, I don't anticipate there being much difference in what we've gotten to this point because everything is boiling up to depend upon what's happening in Georgia. And so based upon the two seats that are being ran for right now with the runoff situation, we will see where the Congress goes from here. So we will see. I don't know, my friend. What do you think? Let me know. We got Hootie Silver from British Columbia, Canada. How you doing, my friend? Worldwide emergency in the building. All right, so I want to get your thoughts on this because I'm not surprised that it looks like. Let me put this on the screen here. That there might be. So as of now, he's the first Senate Republican that is talking about contesting the current Electoral College vote that will be next week. And so will there be more will be the question. And is there a likelihood that something will change between now and next week on his part? Because I don't know anything about him other than just seeing that he's brave enough to stand up for our country and to actually contest and protest this current electoral fraud crises that we've experienced. And so we'll see if there's other brave souls that'll be willing to join in. And he said, interview Bell. Okay, so Miles, I think I've reached out to him. I know who you're talking about. I think I reached out to him. I have to check back in. I'm not sure if we end up exchanging emails or not, but definitely familiar with his work. So, let me know what you guys think about this senator here. Is this the beginning of something? Can we expect more between now and next week? Does it even matter? Or will he flip-flop and all of a sudden go MIA or change his mind last minute? And so I'm curious to hear what you guys think. But my personal opinion is that between now and next week, unless he has some of his colleagues to stand up with him and to basically get his back as to them also contesting, and basically what it looks like they're going to have to do, as from the information I've read here, is that they will have to then begin the actual voting process on ratifying all the electoral votes and whatnot, which could basically slow things down. And of course, I'm not familiar with any of this process here, so I'm learning on the fly. But it looks like it stands a chance of basically putting a hitch into a smooth electoral process, i.e., slowing down Biden's presidency, if that is what we can expect from all this. And so, yeah, so the green screen, just trying to add a little flair to the show a little bit, man. Sweet phone number on the wall. Yeah, I figure I would try to make it easier because people always say, what's the phone number? So as you guys can see right here, that should get you to me when it's time to open up the phone lines. And so I see I threw $1,000 in Bitcoin. I know it's speculative, but I'm going to ride it for a while. Gold is still my horse. Okay, so yeah, so metals right now. Feel free to share your thoughts on this as well. I don't want to ramble too long. I want to open the phone lines. But within the last couple of hours or days, rather, or especially today, it looks like there's some momentum. And of course, it looks nothing like the cryptocurrency charts or whatnot. But it's a sign to me that there's still life in those metals, referring to gold and silver in particular. And I can't wait, or I can wait. I've been very patient to this point, but I'd imagine there's a lot of people out there, especially those in the community, that are anticipating the moment that some of the attention and some of that shine can make its way over to the metal sector, and for it to, make some new highs in a sense. And so I think 2021 might be that time frame. But once again, as if everything continues to go up, that basically means that the Federal Reserve note, aka the dollar, is going to go continuously down the opposite direction. And that can be problematic for the purchasing power of things. So, be careful what you wish for. Take advantage of the manipulation, as I've always said, and stack and get your weight up and do what you do. And know that those that are heaviest at the end will win in the financial sense. So here's the gold got up to, I think, close to 1900. And then, of course, I saw silver almost touched, as it says, it got up to 2670-ish, 26,650 or something like that, which is always promising. And I've seen a lot of TA, technical analyst people out there talking about the moment that it goes above 27, it's good to shoot up to the 30 range. So we will see. Edward said Mitch just got reelected. Edward, appreciate the update, my man. Deep state panic. Not sure. Let me see here. It says something FOMO is doing is good, especially if you're still early. And then also, I was looking at the Dixie earlier, basically over the last, I think it was over the last year. And this boy right here is continuously going down, but it's nowhere near what it was during the great financial crises down in the 70s, I believe it was. So we still have a little ways to go down with that. So, but as of now, there's not much confidence these days in the Federal Reserve note, especially all this surrounding all this stimulus talk, and the fact that looks like today Mitch McConnell laid out his argument for why the idea of giving out $2,000 checks to everybody will not work, because he tried to make a case for that, saying the majority of Americans are back to work and this and that, and we can't afford to give 2,000 plus or 5,200 to families, to people who are fully employed, never had a day off, and still doing well. All that garbage, man. So it is what it is, to be expected. And then here's something else I came across. This is from, let me show you guys. This is Giuliani earlier today, I believe. And he was talking about in Georgia in particular. And he said that, you had 10,315 people that we can determine from the obituaries were dead when they voted. That's pretty tough to do. And so Georgia is clearly, Georgia, they're doing exactly, those representatives there, they're doing exactly what they are told to do and instructed to do. But yet, once again, what do they stand to profit, or what do they stand to win by literally destroying this country willingly? What position can they be promised, or how much currency can you be promised to be willing to destroy the republic? You know what I'm saying? That is amazing. But this is what's going on, man. It doesn't surprise me one bit. And then on another note, I'm curious to get your thoughts. And so I'm not quite sure how this made its way up into the COVID bill, but the whole idea of the UFO disclosing it's 180 days. So I think this is the additional amendment or add-on to the whole Trump remodification bill process. But it says the COVID bill started a 180-day countdown for U.S. UFO disclosures. And so outside of fear and outside of trying to open up our paradigm towards the extraterrestrial, why so much fear? Why so much craziness? What do they hope to accomplish with this would be the ultimate question. So we'll see what comes out in the next 6 months. Basically by summer, they're wanting people to be even more fearful than they are now, on top of the new strand that's apparently working its way around the country as well. So yeah, we will see, man. But enough of me ranting, man. Let me hear from you guys. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on any of the subject matter that we've touched on, or feel free to let me know whatever else is on your mind. More than enough subject matters to touch on. And then I'll see from earlier in the chat there was some talk about Bitcoin. And so as of now, it looks like Bitcoin could probably touch that 30,000 point in the next couple of hours, give or take a day or so. And I saw some comments out there about somebody putting some skin in the game. And so $29,131 as of now. And yeah, it's this right here. This amazes me how Bitcoin is doing so well. And there's a lot of other projects out there that offer more in terms of what they can be used for, and their disruptive nature in the financial system that haven't quite caught up yet. So, let me see here. So Shekel Clipper says Baitcoin, the NSA is pleased with this progress. I agree 100%. The fact that there's so much talk now about regulation and the government getting involved, trying to provide clarity for the dismantling of the national currency. People, the reason why the price is going up is because people are actually looking to get out of the national currency, our national currency in particular, and around the world as well. And so that's not too good for the Federal Reserve note as we've known it. So that definitely, either it's a part of their plan or they have something else in store for us, because it definitely complicates their ability to roll out the CBDC process, even though they are in dire need to do something soon, because based upon a lot of narratives coming out of the mainstream media, especially when you hear people promoting and talking about how disruptive the digital yuan will be, and how they're basically positioning the digital yuan in all the places that they've invested in throughout the last 10 years, utilizing their accumulation of U.S. assets. And so once again, it's going to be hard to hold that position as a reserve currency if you are late to the party. And so we'll see how that plays out. Or there could be something up their sleeves by utilizing the current technology. So we'll see. But it says Bitcoin is dollar kryptonite. T-Roy, no doubt. And unfortunately, here's the biggest problem right now, especially in the USA and pretty much around the world. It's still priced in Federal Reserve notes. And so as of right now, when we talk about the current price, we say $29,000 is what it's currently valued at. And so at this current moment, as long as it's priced in and denominated in a Federal Reserve note, it hasn't really escaped our current monetary system, or we haven't shifted into that next monetary paradigm yet, because we need basically, or it'll be worthwhile to establish the measurement of value within that number right there in something else. So until we start pricing things in actual Satoshis or Bitcoins themselves, or fractions of Bitcoins, however it's going to be broken down, we're still on the dollar standard. And so imagine when we start talking about, your car, your house, or even in precious metals. Like, for example, we would say something like, 1 ounce of silver is worth 1 Satoshi, or however we end up pricing it, whatever. And people actually understand what that means. As of right now, people don't know what in the world that means. So pricing everything in dollar terms will be here for quite some time, I believe. Rest in peace, Ripple. Yeah. And so I also saw somebody mention today on Twitter that Grayscale, even though a lot of exchanges are delisting Ripple, a lot or Grayscale themselves have been buying the dip. And so I'm not quite sure why would that private accredited investor pool of funds, why would they be accumulating something that the world is running from? Perhaps they have some inside information, or they don't think it's going to go to zero. So you guys let me know what you think on that one. So I personally never been in support of the bankers coin itself. So I'm not mad if it goes up or goes down, because there's so many other projects out there that offer way more value, I think, than the actual coin that benefits the bankers. And so Edward Diaz says, buy the dip. So what else it says is that 90K Federal Reserve notes. 90K in what we're talking about there. Ripple should be called a ripoff. Dexter Dave. So Ripple, it has been a ripoff for those that have been riding the train up in anticipation of having that big payoff day. And right now it's not looking too promising. So you have a lot of people out there that have already emptied out their bags and doing something else. So as of now, it looks like the Litecoin community is especially excited because that's going to be the flippening of the market cap. And so I think as of, I haven't checked, let me see here. The market cap was like $9 billion. And so Litecoin was slightly under that with 8 point something. And so right now Litecoin is still 5 and Ripple is still 4, but that's maybe an $800 million difference right there, which could happen in the next couple of days as we head into January when more exchanges delist. So having LTC flip Ripple, that's good news to me, because I've always been a Litecoin fan for the most part. But phone lines are open, people. Give me a call. Let's talk. Curious to hear what you think about whatever. What are your thoughts on Senator Hawley? Is that a one-off thing, or will there be more people joining him? Or will he change his mind? Because I personally, between now and next week, a lot of things can happen that can cause him to change his mind. So we'll see. Okay, Worldwide Emergency says the dollar, the same thing that happened to the XRP, the same thing that happened to BCT in the early years. Everyone thought it was going to die. I don't know of a coin faster than XRP. I can imagine. I can't really speak on behalf of Ripple or the project as far as speed wise, but once again, the entire program, the entire protocol was set up to be utilized by the banks, and so unless the banks will somehow incorporate utilizing that coin for consumer purposes, as far as actual the primary holders, which happen to be their community, or I'm sorry, majority of the coins are actually in the overseers of the project and very few in the hands of the consumers. I'm not quite sure the project is designed for you to benefit personally. That's why I've never really been a fan of it, just because the whole idea of this technology in this particular age was supposed to be to disrupt the banking sector, not allow them to introduce their own protocol and then jump on board with them and, try to ride it up to the top as if like you're winning along with them. Everyone can't win. That's what my only concern is. And that's why the precious metals have been so much of an anchor, because as prices of precious metals take off, that's a sign that our current financial system and all the derivative contracts, the future contracts, all those financial instruments they set up are failing. And so it can't go together. You can't have metal skyrocket and all the futures and the bankers still continue to profit as well. Something has to give. Whereas with Ripple, if the banks get rich, you're supposed to get rich too. How does that work? So I don't think that's a part of the initial design of the protocol, but I could be wrong. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Give me 1 second. 1 second. Let me forgot to put you on speakerphone. Hello, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Who am I speaking with?
Tim, Colorado.
Tim,
FEMA Region 8.
FEMA Region 8. How you doing, my friend? What's your man tonight?
Mike, it's all good, man. Central banking digital currency is going to take care of all these problems. What are you thinking?
Okay, if you say so. But yet, the further we go down the digital road, the more entrapped we stand to be. Because especially if they can see and monitor every single thing we do, not quite sure how free we'll be. But I'll digress on that one.
Mike.
Yeah.
Mike, I'm from the government. I'm here to help you. Let me help you with this stimulus program. And I've got a loan for you, Mike.
Yeah.
I got a loan for you.
What's that?
The rates are very, very attractive.
Uh-huh.
Negative interest. We'll pay you to take Negative interest. I'm going to pay you to take it. Yeah, take the vaccine.
Yeah, you get the jab, or you get the jab and have some debt forgiveness or something like that. But other than that, we want our funds back, and you got to get the jab.
Hey, yeah. Speaking of funds,
Yeah.
did you ever get your $1,200?
Yeah, I got that. Yeah.
I didn't get that, so we called them up, right? And they said they had a little error on their end, so maybe next year. So
the government owes you some back pay, huh?
Well, theoretically. And so this time around, I'm hoping I got it fixed.
Yeah.
There's two of us here, so if they pay out twice, hey, it could be $1,200, it could be $4,000.
Oh, did you? I think this Steve Mnuchin tweeted last night about going on to irs.gov/payments or something like that, and you can check the status or check in or something like that. Because I saw articles where there's still millions of people who never received their little last go round. So it's to be expected.
Well,
man.
Just so you know, they've shut down that website.
They did. Okay.
Yeah, we tried to check on it yesterday to check our status.
Yeah.
And it was they'd already taken it
temporarily down for days on it.
Oh, it's temporarily down.
Temporarily out. Yeah, they're overwhelmed with people trying to find out where their last round of stimulus is, man. But
so, Mike, let me ask you this, and then I'll let you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm a silver man. I understand precious metals, but silver seems to be a pretty decent way to go.
Mm-hmm.
With the current prices, considering where we've been and where we're going, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I realize that the currency is worth nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're going to take it all from me.
Mm-hmm.
But, you can only move, you can only like store so much of that metal, and, who knows?
Right.
How attractive do you think the price is right now?
Man, it's right now, it's as cheap as it's ever going to be given the conditions we're in now, where the markets are completely disconnected from reality, and the price of silver has remained constant around that mid-20s for some time. So it's extremely attractive, in my opinion.
I totally agree, Mike. I don't want to hear that, but I totally agree.
Hey, Tim, appreciate you calling, my man.
Okay, you have a great night, sir.
You too. Good stuff, man. Appreciate Tim. I saw some talks about the UFO situation. And so, once again, outside of Congress wanting to have information given to the public for what? Like, what exactly will be accomplished, other than the fact that I know that they have to have more distractions out there to keep our attention off of the true issues we're experiencing. But yeah, once again, what kind of agenda can they be throwing out there for the UFO situation, other than to further the one world government? And of course, they're going to have to come out with some type of government body to, I guess, deal with the aliens outside of that space program. They're trying to, Guardians of the Galaxy space program. So, how crazy is it that, they're now, as everything is unwinding, they're wanting to inform the people on the UFO situations or whatever they try to concoct. So, hello, caller. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing okay, Mike. How about yourself?
I'm doing excellent. Who am I speaking with?
Cecil Brown in a beautiful Apollo Beach, Florida.
Cecil Brown, how you doing, my friend? What's in your mind tonight?
Well, what everybody's been saying about this universal income, we're going to get it.
Yeah.
And after we get the $600 check and the $1,400 check, and then we'll start getting a $2,000 check, and that's what we're going to get every month for universal basic income, UBI. Yeah.
Yeah. I believe it's in the cards, and I think a lot of it has to do with this current runoff in Georgia, because I've seen some tweets from some Democrats saying that, go out and vote, Democrats, and so we can win the House and the Senate, then we'll probably get out, a second round of checks a lot faster. And so you got all those people who are wanting the universal basic income program and debt forgiveness and student loan forgiveness and moratoriums and cancel rent payments and cancel mortgage payments and they're going to try to cancel every damn thing as if like that's going to create productivity and get us back to a sustainable level of prosperity for this country. But yeah, whatever. I would hold my breath.
Yeah. And I heard, Mike, also that Social Security is going to go away in 2022.
2022. I haven't heard of that exact date. I know for sure it's going to run out of funds 2028 or whatever. But I'd imagine as a part of the restructuring of all the programs that the government has created, they're going to do away with Social Security if they roll out the UBI. Like they won't have it to where you get a monthly allowance and also collect Social Security. They're going to do away with all that and give everybody one lump sum, whatever that might be. And it'll probably be a little bit more than what your average person might be getting for Social Security. So a lot of people they won't pitch a fit or a fuss because they're going to say, if you're in Social Security, we're going to increase it, how many ever percent. So you're like, oh, I'm getting more money now. Oh, I could do that. So people will buy in quicker if they promise to give more money. So I can see Social Security being done away with, hell, end of this year if the Senate and House all come to an agreement on it, which they probably would if it's led by Democrats, I believe. So it's very possible.
I don't know if Joe's going to get in or not, but anyway, I want to talk just a little briefly about the galactics. They like to be called galactics. They don't like to be called aliens.
Okay, real quick, share it for me. Give me something real quick on that.
Only thing I got is take me to your leader. Great show, Mike. Good stuff.
Appreciate you, man. Oh, man. Take me to your leader. Yeah, okay. Yeah, stacking silver and making biscuits. Woohoo. Okay, Pillsbury Doughboy. Appreciate the love offer, my friend. Yeah. Extraterrestrials, man. I personally, I'm not... I won't give it no time or energy. I don't believe in it, or I'm not going down that rabbit hole. I'm more on the spiritual side of things, believing that it is, more of the dark side, more of the demonic influence, basically utilizing our perception and whatnot. And of course, Satan is the deceiver of deceivers. So I would imagine he has a lot to do with that. So I'm not going to, entertain that much at all. And so I think if they roll out some evidence on their part, it's going to be very convincing. But yet we're in times where at this current moment, they're going to try to throw anything at us to prepare us for the idea of there being some one world leader or one world governor, i.e. the Antichrist type of person down the line as they try to destroy our country and destroy the global economy even more so. So, I'm not going to fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Rethinking Now says, try some LSD or DMT. You will see some aliens. Okay. I don't think I'll be doing that, but I can't say that's good advice, but the nurse is a bad actress. I'm curious to get your guys' thoughts as well on the Bell's palsy. And so, of course, they're saying that more of the frontline workers have taken that jab, have developed Bell's palsy. So I'm curious to hear what you guys think about that as well. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Mike, this is James from Washington State. How are you doing?
Doing good, James. How you doing, my friend? What's on your mind tonight?
I just had a couple of questions for you. One, do you think your viewers are better off now than they were in 2015?
Better off. I would say yes. And I would say that because more people have been informed and more of the corruption as well as the destruction of our monetary system have been brought to the light, providing people opportunities to take advantage of it. So, yes.
Gotcha. And then next question, do you think your viewers will be better off in 2025 than they are now?
Whew, that's a very tough one. I would like to say that between now and that time frame, more action steps, more applicable steps to take can help us. But yet, given the circumstances, I hope to say that we are able to be. Yes, I would trust that we will be able to be better off. Yes, it's gonna be a challenge. It's gonna be more of a challenge, I think, this next 5 years than it has been his last 5 for sure.
Yeah, because I think a lot of your viewers have a good game plan when it comes to investing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just me, just following the same principles by investing like silver, gold, real estate, not buying garbage or new cars. Just puts all of us in a better situation.
Very
but
true.
That's kind of just what I had to input for the night.
Hey, appreciate you, my man. Thanks for your calls.
You're welcome. Take care.
Yeah,
bye.
Good. Yeah, man, great stuff there. Great stuff. So once again, the goal is to be better prepared in regards to the things that you can actually control. A lot of things we cannot control, and that's where, like today, really sitting down, looking at how I'm trying to maneuver and shake things up moving forward. I anticipate and already knew that this upcoming decade, 2020 to 2030, was going to be a real test for all of us. We're all going to be put in positions where we're going to be squeezed from one angle or not, or another. And how do we respond? That's where I think, really, I'm like really up in my prayer game, because I know I need some spiritual guidance. And so, of course, count on the Holy Spirit to lead and guide in these days ahead. And of course, as I feel led, I'll share. And also for all my other believers out there, as you feel led, definitely call in and share, because we are, in the same boat, but the outcome will not be the same for everybody. I believe the Lord will take care of his own and do us quite well. He will definitely provide, as he always has. Any percentage of physical cash? Mike, I appreciate the question on Facebook. Any percentage of physical cash? And of course, everybody's situation is different. It's not financial advice. I kind of have my 3 S's that I kind of model my allocation by. And when it comes to basically utilizing currency, there are 3 categories. I say save, spend, and speculate. And of course, save, I mean save in something tangible outside of this manipulated currency, and that's a form of metals, and then as well as cryptos or whatnot. And then speculative, a lot of the stuff, there's a lot of opportunity out there for people who know what they're doing and utilizing the markets or whatnot. You can trade, you can set aside funds in that to speculate with. And then on the spending side, always having some cash readily available, depending on what it is and your cost of living and how much money you need on a month-to-month basis, as well as emergency fund and things of that nature. So I'll break that up into a third. So depending on how big your pot is, definitely, in my opinion, a third of that should be something physical in the form of cash to be able to make some moves if you need to improve on those other categories, or just to take care of your daily living. So that's kind of how I view things. And I think I kind of got that narrative from, let me see, I think it's Kevin Massengill, I think, one of the people I interviewed a while ago. And those are questions I love to ask a variety of people out there, just to see how they do what they do. Because, of course, a lot of people are at different points of their lives, i.e. me being a little bit younger. I've never even really considered or even gave thought to the concept of retiring, because I just think that's a flawed model. And it was sold to my great grandparents, but I never bought into it. So a part of what I try to do now is to position myself to semi-create a lifestyle where I can enjoy it, to where I'm not looking forward to escaping, my current life, to, try to retire and go move off into the mountains and try to get to the better portion of my life at that point. I try to do as much as I can of that now, because tomorrow's not guaranteed. And I think this decade, especially, the concept of retirement, people will find out how flawed that model has been, because the advice has remained the same, but the avenues and the methods to do such has changed drastically, especially when you have basically a negative rate environment where you can no longer put funds in the bank and watch it grow. It will lose. So different investment model these days, man. But anyway, with that being the case, about to get ready to dial back. I want to check in, as I mentioned before, looking to get into the shorter 30-minute type of chat. So that's why I'm encouraging everybody to call in sooner, and I'll rant less so I can hear from you guys. But always, we'll be back at it tomorrow, Lord willing, same time, same place. And I might even look to do a group hangout, so I'll let you guys know that. But as always, I want to encourage you guys to try to post as much as I can over at the on the blog or whatnot. So definitely, I got crypto, metals, as well as a variety of other things over there to keep you guys informed as to what's going on. So feel free to do that. And then also the get your weight up round is still available, so take advantage of that. Because silver right now is probably as cheap as it's going to be for probably a couple decades. And then also connect with me on all the social media platforms. I'm pretty much everywhere you can find your favorite commentators or whatnot. I'm there. So definitely it's a good way to get connected if you're already out there. And so we can always be in communication in case YouTube takes me down, which, I believe in the next couple of months, they might crack down on everybody talking against the narrative. But Debt and Regret, appreciate the love offering. It says 75% saved in gold and silver, 20% speculation in stocks, stock market, and 5% cash. Hey, that's a nice strategy, my man. If it works well for you, keep doing what you do. Appreciate you for sharing that in the community. And so also in the comment section, don't be afraid to let us know what your allocation is and how you operate, and how has it changed since the great financial crisis a decade ago. So as somebody mentioned the other day, investing, the concept of investing has changed. And as I've said before, like, investing has turned into purely gambling in a sense. Like, you either know what you do and confident in what you do and do it to the best of your ability by educating yourself first, or you turn it over to a stranger and trust that they operate in your best on your best behalf. And of course, if they make a commission off of your accounts, then once again, they're incentivized by their own performance. So not quite sure how well that'll work. Let me see. Natural Mama says, yes, what platform will you go when you're removed from YouTube? So as of now, every video I make is automatically uploaded to Library and BitTube, Gab, BitChute, and BitTube, which is right here. So automatically I'm uploaded there. Now it's a matter of where would I be able to stream at live to where you guys can connect with me live. So that's going to be the challenge. And I also have D Live. And so, like, right now as we speak, I'm streaming on D Live as well as on Twitch. So I'm streaming on live on a couple of places. So I would probably say the best place would probably be to go to the Discord page, where a lot of you individuals have already connected and you talk amongst yourselves throughout the day. So I've seen a lot of people, a lot of regulars over there on Discord. So I would say go to the Discord page. I'll click it now so you guys can see. And if you click that, you'll get the invite there. And so there's 48 members on the Discord page. And of course, as of right now, there's 48 members in the Discord page, and there's 11 online right now. So I would say go to Discord, and that'll be the best way to stay connected throughout this transition as we go through it. We'll see. But anyway, people, be blessed, be safe. As always, it's been great hanging out. If you've enjoyed the back and forth, don't be afraid to hit the thumbs up button. And also, let me know what I'm missing on my backboard here. We'll love to fill this out a little bit more and just make it more festive or whatnot. So be blessed, be safe. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace. Hey there, sorry for this interruption, but I wanted to bring something to your attention. If you've been enjoying this live stream, why don't you partner with me and be a support to the channel via Patreon membership for just a minimum of $5 a month. All you have to do is scroll down beneath this video here, click the Patreon link, then consider donating as little as $5 a month towards the channel. A little bit of crumbs can go a long way, and I appreciate your support. Now, let's get back to this live stream.